to join in, and it looked like it's slowing down.
We also had someone say hello in the chat. So,
oh, good morning. Good morning. Okay, we're getting a little more traction now. Someone say hello in the chat. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Oh, it is going a little bit slower. I just heard my own voice. There you are, Ajinde.
Tunde, you're muted. You were muted.
Thank you, Dave. I think yeah.
There you go. Welcome, everybody.
Offsets.
All right, let's get started, Ajinde.
Good morning, good afternoon in Nigeria, and good morning, my colleagues here in Boston, Massachusetts, the beautiful ancient city of Boston. And I'm excited to welcome you all to this very unique event in the sense that this is the first time we're having this. We've been having open house, international open house, and this is the first time we're having a thing like this for Nigeria. Some of you know me probably, from here, that I also grew up in Nigeria. I started my career in Nigeria. So it's a very exciting moment for me. And now as a professor here at Wentworth Institute of Technology, I'm very excited today that something unique, something exciting, something inaugural is happening to Nigeria. And I want to appreciate you all for signing up to be here to learn about our campus, to learn about what we have to offer to international students. And so it's my pleasure to introduce my dean, our dean in the school, a brand new school of computing and data science. And I'm very honored to introduce Dean Durga Suresh Menon. I'm still learning to pronounce her last name, but I think I'm
really
getting
yeah.
yeah.
I struggle with Nigerian last names as well, but I always say I'm from India and I can roll all my R's. So you don't have an R, but I'm very good at rolling my R. So welcome everybody. This is such a like Yutunde said, we are super excited to be here. It's wonderful to see all of you join us. Like Yutunde said, it is the first of its kind where we are focused on Nigeria. Yutunde brings with her decades of experience in, oh, you have got one of your students here. You've got, this is the event is unique because Yutunde has been working really hard on bringing all these new programs, new courses, and as being one of our associate professors here has been talking about all of you back in Nigeria and how much interest is there, especially for computing and data science in Nigeria. So again, welcome everybody. I'm going to be doing a presentation just to introduce all of you to our school. There are a lot of people here. I think I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to have everybody who's got their cameras on to introduce themselves so you can ask questions very specifically to people later on, and then we'll go through a presentation. It's not a long presentation, I promise you, but a lot of information. And then we stop and then we ask you what questions you have. If you are not able to talk to us, if you're having any kind of connection issues, please feel free to just put it in the chat and we'll be able to answer your questions. And we're hoping to get through to all the questions. If you're not able to get through to all the questions, we'll try to do a follow-up with answers that you may have. So without further ado, I'm going to go with my camera, and David, you are in the corner, so you get us started, and then we'll go to Amy.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Durga. I'm David Albanese. I'm the assistant to the dean for the School of Computing and Data Science. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to email me. You received an email from me yesterday with the links and everything for this. So you have any questions or anything, you have my email address, just respond to that. I'm just good with just kind of general questions. If I don't know the answer, I can at least reach out to someone who can help you with that. So please don't hesitate to ask me anything. Thanks, Durga.
Thank you very much,
Hello, my
Dave.
name's Amy. My name's
go
Amy
ahead, Amy.
Sisson. I'm the Associate Dean of Graduate Enrollment. And if you have any questions about applying to a graduate program or how that process works, I'm the person you would ask.
Yusuf, you are next.
Yusuf, your volume is not coming through. Look, everybody, we have connection issues everywhere.
I
Does not hear
your
you.
voice is
Can you
not
hear
on.
me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I said, well, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon in Nigeria. So thank you, Donny, like for organizing that, and for Durga. I'm not going to try to pronounce last name. I don't want to be no offend here. So thank you for organizing this. Yes, I am Yusuf Kramfal. I am associate professor in the new brand exciting school, which is computer and data science. I am a professor in the applied math, and one of my duties is, well, I was co-chairing the committee to exist in the birth of the data science, the Masters of Data Science, which start this fall. And I am honored that I am teaching one of those classes. It's called Applied Research for Applied Statistics for Research. So if you need any help about the courses, you can always talk to me or get in touch. But also you have David, you have Durga, we have others like you get in touch. So welcome, and we hope to see you sometimes with us.
Next is Alessandra.
Yes,
Alice?
she's coming. I actually told her camera is not working. So I said,
Yeah.
so people can see her.
Ted is also here. Ted.
So Alessandra Augusto, whose camera is not working, has the picture of Wentworth for all of you. So the one person who has got the Wentworth picture here, I have got all of Boston behind me, but Alessandra Augusto is our academic assistant. She is our customer service guru. You will see these amazing slides that I'm going to present. Nobody knows our programs better than Alessandra. And please know that any questions you have, just like the way David said, David, if you can put in our email address again, the scds@bit.edu, please feel free to ask us for any more information that you need. Ted, do you want to say hello?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to our friends in Nigeria. My name is Ted Reed. I am marketing and communications, and I help with whatever Yetunde and Durga tell me to help with. That is my job. Again, thank you for joining, and I look forward to hearing more about you.
It's wonderful. I am going to share my screen so you will be able to, give me 1 second, everybody. I'm going to get back to the first slide so that I can actually do that. And let me, there you go. Are you able to see the presentation, everybody? Wonderful. I am not looking at the chat, so I'm going to defer to Yetunde, David, and Alessandra to look at the chat window. And if any questions come up, please give me a little bit of your time so I can take you through our open house. Welcome again. Let me start with the most important thing. I do not know what each and every one are here individually, but in our open house, one of the first things we want to talk about is about all the programs in our school. So we are a very large school. We have about 900 students, 40 full-time faculty, and 100 part-time faculty that are here within the school. We have 4 programs currently, which will grow to 6 programs in fall of 22. Which is September of 22, and that is in undergrad. And in the grad, we have 3 graduate programs, one of which Professor Kronfall just told you all about, which is data science. We have a master's in applied computer science, a master's in business analytics, a master's in data science, and we will be adding cybersecurity analytics to start in September of 22. Now, if you're here at this event, most of you are thinking about the 22 program. And if you look here, you will see that we also have an accelerated program where you finish your undergrad and then in 1 year, you're able to get your grad programs. It's also very important. I am an immigrant, everybody. I'm from India. So it's very important to let you all know all of our programs have STEM designation. This basically means that you will be able to get CPT and OPT options, and the OPT options are for 1+2, which is equal to 3 years of work that you will be able to do once you complete your education in the United States, whether you come to undergrad or grad. Both of it offer you 3 years of OPT. So that's a very important thing to stop here and look at our programs. Now, if you, some of you actually, Yetunde students, some of you have already told us that Professor Yetunde has been your professor in undergrad and you're thinking about grad school. So our computer science programs are very, undergrad is very traditional, as we call it. It is very programming oriented. It's very math oriented. But our applied computer science program in the master's focuses on artificial intelligence and machine learning. And when you have very specific questions, Professor Folajimi will be able to answer in it because she's been a very big part of our master's program in applied computer science. Let me tell you a little bit about our cybersecurity program, because we do have this program that is very new. It started, we are going to be graduating our first class out in August of 22. And our curriculum, and again, this reflects also into our grad programs, we have a very interdisciplinary curriculum. It's not just computer science, right? Because it is cybersecurity. So we have computing, math, business, humanities, and then we talk about engineering as well, right? And it's extremely industry focused. It is very focused on you going to work. And this is something that I must tell you all about Wentworth is we are very, we're very focused on getting you ready for the workforce. That is the most important thing that we are focused on. When you come to Wentworth, you will be ready to go and work. And so if you look at the way we bring all our topics together, you will see that it is not just about technology. It is also about bringing the people together and giving them the awareness of what cybersecurity is. And it is the exact same the core that we are taking into our graduate program as well, that it's not just focused on technology, but it's focused on the process and it's focused on the people. If I need to talk to you all about the new program in information technology, our information technology program is truly going to have 4 entirely different concentrations. So you can truly come and decide where you want to specialize in. If you want to specialize in infrastructure, we have 1 concentration in infrastructure. Do you want to focus on operations and design? This is the interface where you have the software engineers on one side, you have the people who know nothing about software on the other side, and you become the operations person in between. We also are focusing on health informatics. Everybody, if you look at Boston behind me, as much as there are schools in Boston, there are hospitals in Boston. Harvard Medical School is literally a 5-minute walk from our campus. So, you know, we have access to all of the medical fields as well around Wentworth. So we are coming up with a health informatics concentration, and of course, information technology project management, because at the end of the day, we need people to be able to run products in the right way. If I have to talk to you all about our data science program, again, we are super excited about it. This is also a great push to our masters, and Yusuf just talked to you about, you know, how important it is to have that math fundamentals. So if you look here, the one thing we'll tell you is, why do we have data science? Now, I don't know if you all know this, data science is still, as a major, it's still a new field. It's not very, well, people are still going for computer science, right? So what does it mean to be very specialized in data science? Look at our curriculum, everybody. I'm going to stop here for a second, and I'm going to ask you to look at especially the competencies that we want you to acquire, right? It's not just about, oh, what data science foundations are. But I love the way Yusuf said, you know, we talk about applied statistics for research. So we are preparing you all the way from undergrad and grad to even go to your PhD programs if you want to. And this is a very good time to let all of you know, we don't have a PhD program in the United States, especially when it comes to the field of data science. A PhD is not required, everybody. A master's will do the trick because it's such a specialized field and it's so applied, right? That you don't need that extra 4 years of training because the need is right now. And again, I'm assuming it's the same true in Nigeria as well. It is the #1 job in the United States as it is in many countries because it's a growing field. And we're very focused again on the artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data. And again, we also are talking a lot about governance because there are laws that are still being formed around data. So it's a very important part of talking about data science, not just in terms of the computer science side of it. There is the math side of it. There is the policy side of it. And then we're bringing it all together to create a program. We actually have our we actually have a little bit of statistics for all of you, which is to talk about how Wentworth is doing. I know you're all here, especially to find out about us. Our programs place students 100%. We are extremely proud that our students also start with very high salaries when they come and they start at Wentworth. And these are, our average salaries are much higher than any other program at Wentworth Institute of Technology, which includes engineering as well. Because again, cutting edge field, it is where you want to be, right? And the other very important thing is to tell you where our students are going. I'll again pause here for a second. These are just some companies, a very small offering. The reason we put these is a lot of you have heard of these companies, right? Everybody knows about Red Hat and Microsoft and Kayak and Wayfair, because if you know anything about the, actually Wayfair is very local, but Kayak everybody uses. Microsoft, I'm assuming a lot of you are using the Microsoft operating system right now to take this call. We are also very big on defense contractors, especially in the Boston area, and we tend to have a lot of people get into defense contracting as well. It used to be, and I should say this, when I came as a graduate student to United States 20 years ago, there was all this thing about, oh, no, you're international, you can't work in defense. It's all changed now. They need the talent, they need us to come, they need the workforce, and it is about the competencies that you have. Very proud of something we are here at Wentworth is about the structure that is offered around the student. You are not going to come here and you are not going to be alone. It is very important for us to provide support structures. I will tell you this, Amy Susan, who is here, has gone above and beyond to create the most inclusive and the most community-focused graduate programs at Wentworth. Why? Because we don't want you to come and be here alone, right? We work very closely with Amy. We work very closely with undergraduate admissions to create the support structure for you, where it's not just the academic support, but also we do other things that create the community. For example, thanks to David Albanese, we now have a Dean's Lecture Series where we have both alumni who have already graduated and industry leaders coming back to talk about topics. We do many fairs at Wentworth, including job fairs. So you're not like always going and looking outside for jobs, but there's also internal opportunities to find jobs. We have a really awesome co-ops and careers office. So let me stop and tell you what a co-op and career office is. Careers are formed from the day you enter into the classroom. It's not formed after the first semester, after the second semester. So when you come in, you are associated with a co-op advisor. And this person helps you with your resume, with trying to look for employment. So we have an internal portal inside Wentworth where employers come and post jobs. So you'll be able to go and look for jobs. This is also a very good time to tell you all that Wentworth requires 2 co-ops, 2 working opportunities from our students in undergrad in order to graduate. In grad school, we offer an optional course called graduate internship, which means that using the graduate internship, you can go and use your CPT or curricular practical training and work for 4 months. And you can do that up to 3 times, depending on the program that you come into, right? And then there's also the OPT, which you get after you graduate. So you've got both CPT and OPT options, both in undergrad and in graduate school. So not one or the other, but in both. And finally, I would be remiss if I didn't stop and talk about Wentworth in Boston. These are just glimpses of our city, our great city. We are 15 minutes from the airport. I always tell people, whenever people say, oh, I live in the city, what does that actually mean? I promise you, everybody, we are in the city. Actually, in this picture behind me, you can see the airport past the water. It's like literally, oh, I don't know. This is a funny thing to tell all of you. When you come and land in Boston, just for 10 seconds, you feel like you're going to land in the water, and then the airport comes. So you see the far horizon, the airport is on this side. That's where the airport is. So we are very much in the heart of Boston. The beauty of Boston is also just in the city of Boston, we have 24 schools, and we have about 100 schools in a 50-mile radius, right? So the opportunities to collaborate, the opportunities to find like-minded people, the opportunities to find your own people, right? Guys, Indians, it's a lot of Indians in the area, but Yutunde tells me that there's a very, very vibrant Nigerian community here in Boston as well. So the idea here is, when you come to a city like Boston, when you come to a school like Wentworth, right? The city is big, the school is smaller. What you get is that sense of community within the school, but then the sense of community around Boston that truly is a unique experience for you. And I think at the end of the day, that is the experience we want to give all of you, because without that, education is not just all about studying, everybody. It's about community as well. And here at Wentworth, we take it very, very seriously. So I'm going to pause. I've spoken for a long time. We're going to take questions. And as we take questions, we will have everybody at Wentworth participate. You can also type your questions in the chat box. I can actually... I'm trying to think and say, I can't stop sharing so people can ask questions. And everybody, if you want to want me to go to a very specific slide, let me know. We can take you to a very specific slide to answer your questions as well. So questions. I see, I love that there's so many of you who know Professor Folajimi. This is fantastic. Please come join us for graduate programs. We'll be able to have more of Professor Folajimi in your classroom.
Time for question. If you have question, as you know, we have the admission represented here. We have the Dean herself. She has gone through those slides, and I'm even getting more excited for all the beautiful things around us. And so if you have question concerning our program, you see all the program that we have: computer networking, cybersecurity, we have data science, of course, computer science. And if you have any question regarding any of this, now is the time to ask your question.
We have graduate admissions here in the form of Dean Amy Sisson. But if you have very specific undergraduate questions, we can take it. I can answer most of them between me and David. But if we don't know the answer, we can always find out and let you know as well.
Can we ask and see if people are interested, who's interested in undergraduate,
yes, please, yeah.
Who's interested in graduate, and maybe what programs you're interested in? If you want to type that in the chat, or
yeah, that would be very helpful. Yeah, whether you're interested in grad or undergrad programs, please tell us.
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon from Nigeria.
Good afternoon.
Sorry, I'm not able to turn on my camera now.
That is fine.
Yeah, thank you. It's really a delight to see Professor Folajimi on the call this afternoon. I just wanted to find out, because I think I joined a bit late. I joined when you were talking about data science. I wanted to know if there are areas like cloud computing. Is it like the graduate program is specific to data science? I didn't get that part. Is it
cloud
just
computing?
Data science?
Yeah. Can you tell me how to say your name, please?
Agama.
Agama. The cloud computing comes as an elective within the applied computer science major. But I'm always going to stop and say, but in all of our grad programs, there are free electives. And we did this for very specific reason, right? And the reason is we want you to be able to go to a different graduate program and take a class, right? So if you are interested in learning statistics and applied statistics, even though the applied statistics program is in the data science program, Professor Cronfall accepts students from the applied computer science program as well. So there are classes that go past boundaries. And if you're interested in cloud computing, I think there is an elective in the applied computer science major.
Thank you. Also, what are the financial aids available for graduates who are interested in coming from Nigeria, applying from Nigeria?
This is a very important question. Amy has just put in a link. Thank you, Amy. We have put in a link. Please understand that all our scholarships or whatever money we offer is merit-based. So we cannot, Amy, I said that, and then I'm going to let you explain a little bit about the process, if you can take them through. So I'm going to let Amy tell you a little bit about the admissions process, which will talk both about money, scholarships, and everything else. Amy.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
and this is for graduate, though I think a lot of it applies to undergraduate as well. So when you apply, there's no separate application for scholarship. We'll review your application and your merit at the same time. So when you get your admission letter from Wentworth, your merit scholarship will be in there, and it is based mostly on your undergraduate performance. The other opportunities we would have for you would be possibly a fellowship opportunity, which at Wentworth, that means you would work within the department for about 10 hours a week and get paid for that service. That is usually equates to about between $4,000 and $5,000 per year. We don't unfortunately offer any full funding fellowships or scholarships. Most of our merit scholarships equate to, I think the average is about 20% of the tuition. I think that pretty much sums it up. We are not able to provide loans or grants or anything from the government for international students. So those are really the main two opportunities that we can offer you. There may be other opportunities through your country's systems as far as loans and government funding as well.
And if you come to tomorrow's session, everybody, Yutunde is actually talking about what she did when she left Nigeria to come and pursue her graduate studies.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. If you attend tomorrow's session, you will learn more. Like Amy rightly said, the government funding is not available except for indigenous students, citizens or residents. But if you go through the scholarship page and the information she gave, we have many of our international students that are already going through that process. And there are some extra opportunities that are available for international students, not for indigenous students. So I'm going to talk about this tomorrow and how you can tap into this. You don't want to rely on Wentworth alone to get your funding. There are different sources that you can potentially say, okay, let me tap into this, 5,000, 1,000, 2,000, even from your country, even from international organizations, and you're able to get support for your funding. So don't be scared about getting fees or anything. Until when you go through it, you won't know that so much opportunities are available. We say in Nigeria that information is power, and I know that it's a universal statement. So when you get informed, you know how to move better.
Thank you so much, Mark.
There are some questions here on the chat. Let's see.
There's also someone with their hand up as well.
What is the admission procedure? I have a master's degree in information technology and wanted to take network or network security program. Network security network with you have a master. So will I let you answer that?
Durga is trying to speak on mute as well, but I will pipe in and say that there's a link in the chat to our application process and how to apply. It's all online, and it walks you through each step of that process. So that's probably the best page to go to for any information on how to apply, what documents we require. And I also just posted a link to our scholarship and tuition page as well.
Yes, similar question on the chat from Emmanuel. I would like to go for the data science course undergraduate.
And I already sent him all the information.
Yeah,
I already
okay,
did.
great.
I'm being fast.
I know.
Abayomi, you have your hand up?
Hmm?
Yes,
Abayomi?
good
Yes.
afternoon from Nigeria.
Good afternoon.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Well, my home case is quite different. I had my bachelor's degree in biology education, and then I crossed over to computer science through postgraduate diploma program, and then I had my master's degree also in computer science, artificial intelligence, basically like intelligent system engineering. So I'm looking towards getting a PhD, furthering to my PhD to have a doctoral degree. So I want to know, and my research interest has been natural language processing. So I would like to know, do I really stand a chance of securing a doctoral degree over there at Wentworth?
Wentworth does not have a PhD program, Abayomi. Just a master's program.
Okay, just a master's program for now. Oh, okay, no problem. Thank you very
I'm
much.
sorry.
We have
I'm very busy answering questions on the chat.
I know, I can see.
Because Agama is coming.
And
Everybody, I really want you to focus on the fellowship opportunities. We do give out graduate fellows every year, and that is done after you're accepted into the program. So step one, apply to the program. Step two, Amy looks at your application and sees what kind of merit scholarship she can or cannot. And we'll be very honest with you. It is very competitive, guys. And we're very proud of it, right? We're very proud of how competitive we are. Right. And so apply to the program, and then you can have they can even talk to a counselor, right, Amy? As they're applying to the program, you can actually set up some time and talk to a counselor. So I would say that is your step one. And as you go through your application process, we'll be able to tell you more about the program. And then once you're accepted, then we send you the application for the fellowship. Because the fellowship is only available to accepted students. Other questions? Are all of you except Emmanuel here for the graduate program? Or is there more interest in undergraduate as well? You can just type in the chat. Here for the grad. Oh, awesome. And again, everybody, our website has a lot of information about all the, Emmanuel, you said you were interested in the undergrad program. Now do you want to find the link in the grad program? We can send you both the links. So I will send you the international. Hello, Dr. Kennedy. No, we do not. We only offer up to the master's program. We do not have a PhD program at Wentworth. So we do not have postdoctoral opportunities at this time.
But he also asked about visiting scholar or anything like that.
At this time, we are very focused on the students. We are not having scholars yet. I always highly encourage a lot of you who are interested to look at Fulbright opportunities. To visit the United States. It's a great opportunity. We are looking for Fulbright scholars in a different context. So that could be something that you all can talk to Professor Folajimi about.
Absolutely. The Fulbright is most universities in the United States, and it's a very important program that even many people don't know about. I will also talk about it tomorrow. That is a very great platform from which faculty from Nigeria can have exchange visit to United States. And it's a resource that many universities, including us, were looking at tapping into. So I will also mention it in my talk tomorrow if you attend that talk.
IODG, Yes, our master's programs are 3 kinds. And thank you so much for the question. It's a great question. Our master's programs are of 3 very specific kinds. One is you can absolutely do a research master's, which is our thesis-based option. Now, we are also thinking about project-based options, right? So you can either do right now, our applied computer science is actually a research master's, but it is applied research. Now, everybody, it's very important why we are so proud of having an applied computer science program, because what applied basically does is it tells your next employer, you just don't know the theory behind it. You know to take the theory, you know to take the research, and then apply it to work. Now, our applied computer science masters also focuses on all of you who are thinking about pursuing a PhD in the United States. So you come, I'm very proud to say this, for very less money, you get a master's, because our rates for our graduate program are extremely competitive. If I'm not wrong, I think we are 60% cheaper than our partners who are across the street from us. That's how competitive our rates are. But then you can come and get your master's and then apply to your PhD. You will work with your advisor to see what program you want to go to, and then you will be able to apply to your PhD programs as well. So yes, absolutely, research-based masters. And our faculty were very particular that I tell you this when I come to this session today, that it is a research-based, it's applied research.
And like Durga said, if you have your master's, while you are working on your master's, you're already thinking about doing your PhD. And the advantage that you have is like we are at the center of many universities where you have choices. You are already collaborating, you're already thinking it because you're already doing research. You're already profiling your PhD. So it's like migrating from your master's to your PhD, with so many potential opportunities around you. So we are in the heart of Boston with like so many schools, so many campuses that your choice is limitless.
What other questions do you all have? These are great questions, everybody. I think as you think about your graduate education, you should always be thinking one step ahead. I always say this to people, as I was an international student here in the United States. I really appreciate the questions that are coming from you, because 2 things are very important. One, what is my education worth when I am done? Right? Because that's very, very important. And I think that's why the applied, the data science, the business analytics, right? And I love that somebody here started with a biology education, right? And then they're coming into the master's, or you come from a biology education, you can apply for the PhD. I'm sorry, we don't have PhD programs. We are not intending on PhD programs. We are very focused on this hands-on education, everybody. We are focused on getting you here, giving you the kind of education that gets you to a job. And I think that is what the market needs right now. And that is what we are trying to satisfy here in the Boston area. Oh, and thank you, David. Yep. We are live streaming, everybody. So you will be able to come back to the YouTube channel and be able to look at the presentation and ask us even more questions. And again, we have given you our information, scds@wit.edu. We look forward to hearing from you. And then there's grad admissions at wit.edu, right, Amy? So just know, go to our website. We have been working, and I know Amy has been working really hard on the grad admissions website, and a lot of you are here for grad admissions. Definitely reach out.
And while Durga was talking about preparing you for the job, for the industry, for the future, Wentworth is a highly rated university when we talk about that in terms of the kind of core program that we have for our students, both undergraduate and grad students, because you have that opportunity to start integrating into companies. And some of our undergraduate students already, their job is secured before they even graduate, because they already have that opportunity of working in companies 2 or 3 times, at least 2 times, 2 full semesters, which is a compulsory requirement for graduation. Like you have to do that co-op and work in industry and understand how to integrate yourself. And many of this industry, it's all about knowing, once you know how to do your job, it won't be difficult for you to get a job, That's how, and that is the training. Knowing how to do your job is part of the training. And we have so many companies around again. Boston is a place where we balance everything. Like Durga said, health, IT, tech, and so many industries where you can work before you graduate.
Today there's a question, please.
I'm having issue filling the application form.
No, there is actually a hand raised, Badamosi.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dr. Jimmy. This is Flakemi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Dr. Flakemi was my lecturer at University of Ibadan. I'm calling again. I joined this conference through her. I want to know about the cyber security program. I'm interested in that. Is it online or hybrid or physical class? Then what is the nature of this program? Is it applied cybersecurity or the theory parts? I just want to know. And is it undergraduate? Can you just talk about that?
Yes, I can definitely answer your question. I think the most important thing to understand here is that we have both undergraduate and graduate program in cybersecurity. So if you which one are you interested in, Balmosi? Undergrad or grad?
Both. Let me say both.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So we actually, which is actually very proudly, I can tell you this, that we now have the option that you come into the undergraduate program and you're able to do your graduate program as you finish your undergraduate program. And Amy has this really cool idea of doing auto admissions into the grad program if you are a top student. And if your GPA is above a certain threshold, then you actually are welcomed by the graduate school to come into the graduate program. So our undergraduate program is very focused on, you just came a little bit late. So it is a very interdisciplinary program. Both our undergraduate program and graduate program are on the ground. There's no hybrids. You come here, you're on campus, and you will be able to do the undergraduate program and the graduate program on campus. Right? The undergraduate program has computing, math, humanities, engineering, and business. All of them come together to form our cybersecurity program. And that is true both in undergrad and grad. Now, our grad program, instead of focusing just on the cybersecurity aspects, also focuses on cybersecurity and cybersecurity analytics. So we take large amounts of data and we are able to analyze and we are able to come up with the threats that can be posed. Now, given the big data, right? So we are taking what is relevant and we are doing research and applying it in the grad program, and we build the foundations in the undergraduate program.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
You really answered my question. Okay. I will look into that.
I have to tell all of you, I came as an international student in 2000. It is 2021. That means I've been in the United States for 22 years now. Came in as a grad student, became professor, and I'm now dean. I always tell people, trajectory of international students, we know how to get things done, right? So it is very important for us to understand that, at Wentworth, this is my 21st year at Wentworth, everybody. Even in 2000, I was an overachiever. I finished my entire grad program in like the 1 year and then, moved on to do more. But the idea here is you decide how you want to do your program, right? For those of you who don't have a background in computer science, but want to come into computer science, we now have a 3-year track for our applied computer science program where you could have a non-STEM major. And we have a pathway and we have a way to bring you into the grad program. And in 3 years, we'll be able to give you a master's in applied computer science. We did not present our 1-year, 2-year, and 3-year tracks yet because they've just gone to the ICC for final approval, but it will be available for September 22. So just know that, let us know how we can help. Let us know what kind of pathway you want. Everybody, United States is called the land of opportunity, right? So we do create those, and I'll be honest with you, I am very interested in having more international students in my school. So if you ask me what is the number one reason I am here and I'm so enthusiastic is, I want more international students because the cultural richness that we bring into the classroom, it cannot be replicated. And so I look forward to having all of you here on campus and telling me more about Nigeria. And if all goes well, people, and we don't know what COVID's tomorrow is going to be, Professor Folajimi and I are hoping to come to Nigeria next year to see you all in person before September.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. It's been sad, the story about COVID, but we know it will be over. And we are planning to come in person because we see this big, huge interest. And actually, like she said, international students, especially those of us that come from developing countries, we know how to get things done. We know how to work hard. We just need a little nudge. That is, we want to get into the system. And when we get into the system, we work hard to reach the top. That's what we do. And I'm not afraid about what you are going to do because I know, yes, you are going to do it. So just get into the system. And once you get into the system, working hard, tapping into potential opportunities that are around you, and Wentworth will prepare you just for that. I mean, our labs are so rich. I mean, when I got here for my first year was a period of actually understanding the system at Wentworth. It was, I mean, we have these huge resources of lab. We have these huge resources of things that prepare our students for the future. And there are some of these things that you can't just do online. You can do them online, but it won't be like being in person. Even our students during the COVID, 18 months of COVID, they say it, they know there's nothing as good as seeing your teacher face to face and sitting before them to learn, working in the lab. Like our lab period is like 2 hours for each lab where we just go with stay with the student in the lab to guide them through all the big lab challenges that we give them. So this we are proud of, and it is something that makes us very competitive. There is a chart about having issue, Emmanuel, I'm having issue filling the application from the Common App. That's the undergraduate admission, I believe. The Common App is for undergrad admission. Yeah.
Yetunde, I was just talking to Emmanuel. Now, everybody, we have had people come and tell us that you might have some kind of trouble filling in the forms. Emmanuel just had trouble with filling out the Common App. Amy, I gave the advice as to email admissions@wit.edu, and then somebody will be able to take him step by step. Is that correct, Amy? They should be able to take him. And again, guys,
yeah, I was going to type that in the chat, the admissions at wit.edu.
Okay, good. So guys, and that's the most important thing. If there is any problem in filling out the application and doing things, just contact us. Somebody will call you and we'll take you step by step through the process. Because I have never filled out the Common App. I came here for grad school. I did my undergrad in India. So I don't know the Common App as well as I should, but admissions, and again, they are the authority and they are the experts in helping you fill out the Common App. So please, please, please contact admissions@wit.edu. And Emmanuel, if you're not able to get through to them, just send us an email. We'll put you in touch with somebody.
Yes, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, many of you here already have my email. That is why you are here. And so if you even forget any email, just feel free to send me an email or to reply to any of my emails or send me an email and I will connect you with the right person.
What else, everybody? I think the most important thing is, were we able to answer all your questions? If there's a question either that you don't want to ask right now, or you want to just ask by email, again, SCDS@wit.edu, School of Computing and Data Science @wit.edu. And Professor Folajimi's students, you know how to get in touch with her. So Yetunde, maybe you should put your email here as well. Because you know they're going to SCDS@wit.edu and then your email just in case they have questions very specifically for you. Okay, now we're gonna stay silent for a minute and we're gonna see if any other questions come up.
My email is right there on the chat. So feel free to email me.
Thanks, Hannah. Oh, we have somebody joining us right now. We're going to start this presentation all over.
Oh, wow.
But I'll tell you this, it is such a pleasure to meet all of you virtually. I really hope that we have at least piqued your interest and you want to find out more. Please understand that if you have any trouble with applications, we are available. If you want to find out more about a certain program, you want to ask about scholarships, please understand that we cannot help you until we see your transcripts, because everything is merit-based. And then you all get to bug gradadmissions@wit.edu. I actually always make fun of Amy as to how quickly she will answer your email, and then you might not like it. But Amy is all, and Amy and her whole team. We have, again, everybody here in the dean's office. I have a dean's office team. Amy has her team. We are all not working individually. Most of my team is here today with me. David is here. Alessandra is here. Our associate dean has disappeared. We don't know. We're still searching. No, I was kidding. He's traveling today, but we have an associate dean. We're hoping for a second associate dean to join us. We're trying to grow this office. So just know that there's a lot of people here to help you. Just let us know how we can help and how we can serve, and we'll be there for you. And if there is no other questions, thank you so much for coming, because I don't want to, I also feel like as an Indian, until you tell me to go, I don't go anywhere. So if you don't have any further questions, it was such a pleasure meeting all of you today. And if you have any specific questions, please hang back. And don't forget tomorrow's session with Professor Folajimi.
Yes. I just said on the chat that if you just came in, we have 2 more sessions today, 2 p.m. Nigeria time, 4 p.m. Nigeria time. So the same thing we did, this morning, we are going to repeat again 2 times for the people that signed up for those 2 sessions. Feel free to join any of those 2 sessions if you missed this one. I know Nigeria, I have the blood of Nigeria in me. I was born, bred and buttered in Nigeria. So I know what it is. Sometimes you sign up for something and there is no power, there is no, there is no network, and you just can't make it, but we have 2 more opportunities. Thank you very much, Ayodeji.